Selena O'Hanlon here. I'm going to talk about my feed program in the winter kind of versus the summer or when we go to Florida. I'll tell you a little bit about my setup here. In the wintertime we don't have water accessible in the paddocks because the pipes are too close to the surface of the ground, so there's a risk of them freezing and breaking. So my horses only go out for a few hours before they either come in and get a drink and some hay and go back out, or just come in or take a bucket of water out there, but in the freezing temperatures it goes frozen solid pretty quick. So making sure that they have enough water in their diet, we water and soak the feeds, and in the wintertime we use beet pulp, sugar beet, we soak it and add it to their feeds as well, just to replace the grass. They do get hay in their fields. We don't have shelters in the fields. You've got horses, competition horses like Ringwood Hustler here. I've got senior citizen horses here. Some horses that are, clients' horses that don't compete, and so they don't go to Florida, they stay here all year round. Last year, because of COVID, we ended up staying here all winter. And so I tend to increase using the Super Fiber Plus. So many of the horses here that are clients' horses are on the Super Fiber Plus all year round. If they need a little bit of extra kind of protein or calories, we would add, a handful or a quarter scoop of something like Trimax. Or if we needed lower starch and sugar, something like XLHD. And then, this guy's just been on holiday, as have many of my other competition horses. So I increased the Super Fiber Plus and I decreased the XL and the Trimax. And then now that I've started riding them again, I'm preparing to leave for Florida, we'll slowly increase that Trimax and XLHD. Once we're in Florida and the horses are galloping, then most of their diet will be the Trimax and XLHD, and maybe still incorporate kind of a quarter scoop or a handful of the Super Fiber Plus. We have the senior horses on the Evolution Senior, and they stay on that all year round. And then we use salt in all their feeds. We feed kind of usually twice a day regularly, 3 times a day for some of the kind of skinnier horses or horses that are harder to keep the weight on. And then when they're in competition and they're galloping, then the competition horses usually get 4 feeds a day, just so we can split all that grain up so they don't get it all in one lump clump. We use Equi-Ease Mineral by Purina. It's a multivitamin mineral supplement, and they get that in their morning feed. I've been using Purina for a very long time, and you see instant results. I've only been using the XLHD for the last kind of year and a half on this horse specifically, and he was very, he had no top line and that sort of thing, and it's really helped. It's got lower starch and sugar, but the same, 12% fat, those cool calories, and the horses really bulk up on it and look super. So I'm really pleased with it and continue to use it in my feed program.